this is The Angle, and like I did tell you before the break that today's topic is a very table-shaking one. And guess what we'll be talking about today? National unity. Whose responsibility is it? Is it the responsibility of the leaders of the nation or that of the citizens? Now, for every nation to grow, one thing is important: unity. Unity is of the essence. But in, encouraging and building this national unity, is it my responsibility or is it the responsibility of the government of the day to ensure that we all live in peace? Because I don't know. If it's not the government or it's not the citizens, whose is it? Who do I get to start? I can't take it first.
Okay, this is actually the first time I'll be starting because it's always senior. You're always throwing it at me.
Okay, but I gave it to you today.
Like, oh, me? Okay.
I gave it to you today.
Okay, let me start by saying that, and I'm going to start with one very good example, a very recent one, the recent statement made by the head of state. This is why I'm going for the presidents or for the leaders, that they are meant to be the one that's responsible for whatever we do, including this. So you don't come out as a leader to come and make a statement that will destabilize a nation you are leading. It's your responsibility to make us bond, to let us come together by your statement like this one. So of course, I know that citizens too, we have our roles to play, but you are the leader. You are meant to lead by example.
For me, do you agree? The responsibility of our leaders,
no,
or the citizens?
I love you, right? Yes, so please don't take this. If it was similar, I wouldn't have minded, but
of course I understand.
For me, I would say it's the citizens, because a people make up a country or a nation. The leaders themselves are they didn't come from external, countries. They are from within. The citizens have that role to play. Like, for example, there's a particular ethnic group let me use Nigeria. Within that ethnic group, there are issues, because they say a particular sect of people, they call them outcasts. Now, the leaders didn't necessarily bring that into equation. And it's so much so a problem that even though you are from the same ethnic group, just from being from that sect, you may not be allowed into certain circles. Also, very recently, we saw a situation where people came together to say they are protesting against the government and the bad government and all that. And we saw how the citizens were able to rally together, bring themselves together, mobilize together. There was not, in quote, one person that you could say, this person, of course, that led to issues. But I'm just saying, they were able to put their differences aside. Everybody came together. People were supplying food. There was nothing about, you are from this tribe, you are from this group, everybody came together to unite against what they saw as a common enemy. So that shows you the power that the people wield. Even when we talk about bad government and whatever bad leadership, it is actually still in the power of the people to say, we don't want this anymore. But unfortunately, that power has not been, exercised by some. So for me, unity, national unity, is in the hands of the citizens.
So the leaders have no business, even when the people are, like you said, coming together to fight a common enemy. But what if the government of the day is refusing to yield to the people? So that means the government is actually causing a divide where the people want unity.
Oh, not necessarily. Because first of all, what is the unity? We're coming together irrespective of whatever it is. For example, if the government says today, go out and kill all whatever of a particular ethnic group. And I say no. Because I have friends from this ethnic group. I have family members from this ethnic group. I can decide that, no, I'm not going to do that. In fact, very recently, talking about that in relation to this, when you mentioned the leader saying, bringing up a particular statement, I remember that time on social media, there was a particular hashtag in support of the group that the leader spoke against. A particular hashtag started trending because people kept saying, my brothers are from this place. I have colleagues from this place. I have colleagues. I support them. I stand with these people, irrespective of what the leader said. Exactly.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. All right. I don't think I will not say it's the government or the citizens. I would say it is. We all have the responsibility of nation building, the government and citizens. So we all have it. We all, government and citizen. I don't want to say it's the government and not the citizen, or it's the citizen and the government. We all have that responsibility. I think the two major issues we have in Nigeria causing the divide in our nation is religious and ethnic disparity, one. The second one is illiteracy. Now,
Ignorance.
religion has brought that huge divide. This one says, I'm a Muslim, this one says I'm a Christian, you can't employ this person.
Are you saying that the both people should now come to an agreement? Because they obviously don't believe in the same things.
Can I say, we're talking about working together, right?
National unity.
Fantastic. National unity, right? So regardless of your religious belief or your faith, what you believe, you should be able to work together. For example, in an organization, you should be able to employ someone that is a Muslim, and a Muslim should be able to work with someone that is a Christian, right? And as a Christian...
No, that becomes religious tolerance, not national unity.
That is where unity starts from.
That's tolerance.
It starts...
It's different.
Can I...
When you talk about
Can I land? You
national
asked me a
unity.
question, right?
No, I'm just saying, you don't seem
Let
to
me...
be landing
No,
on my question.
I don't have to land...
That's why I'm
I don't have to land...
How it
I don't
started.
have to land on your side. Just give me a
No,
moment.
you have
and
to land on the question properly.
I'm landing on the question.
It doesn't seem like it.
This is what I'm saying. I'm saying, if I learn to tolerate you, that is the process of being
Where I
united.
tolerate you.
When I learn to tolerate you, that's the present. Even as a Christian, the way you win a soul, you have to learn to accommodate the person before you can start preaching to the person, right? If you avoid someone, how do you win the person to Christ?
And so in this context of leaders and citizens.
So in this context, I'm saying the issue is not the government or the citizen. The issue is religious and ethnic disparity. Some people, because of, the guy says, I'm an Igbo person, he doesn't want to employ someone that is an Hausa or Yoruba. He says, oh, I want to employ my brother, or it's from my place, or that. And this thing even causes issues in marriage, even in schools.
So
even
what
renting
we
an
are saying now is
So
this
who's
is unity
responsible
for
that
causing
unity?
that problem.
We all are together.
Was it
to
especially
take
as
are
a
you
every-
saying it's the
me.
government
Hold on,
that is
hold
causing
on,
the unity when
hold
it
on.
comes to tribalism?
I'm
Because
not
that
saying the
is
government. I didn't blame the
No, I'm
government.
asking, you said it's everybody's responsibility.
Yes.
That means the government is involved.
Everybody, stop
No, but
putting the government.
I love
We
this
all
side of
are.
it. No,
We,
you
No,
can
I'm
pick,
asking.
you can pick government
Because
from
the
what you said.
Igbo man
Why are
in
you
his
picking
house
government?
is a citizen,
I can pick
right?
government
Yes.
from what you said. Because some are complaining that, okay,
hold on. No. My point is,
You mentioned
don't
something.
listen.
Let
Don't
him-
separate it. Before someone started working in a government organization, he was a citizen.
Yeah.
Before you joined the military, you were a citizen,
But
right?
when you join,
So-
you finally become a
so-
military
no,
person,
no,
so
no.
you can be
here-
separated from a civilian.
Here's the thing. It is the responsibility of every one of us
So
to nation
essentially,
building.
Simeon is supporting me by saying citizens
is
are
it.
responsible.
Exactly.
Simeon, am I
So,
correct?
so we shouldn't just...
Can you just accept that you're supporting me first? Why you
All right,
agree?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Hey,
So-
finally, give me a high five.
my point is,
You're
we
not-
shouldn't...
That means if you're supporting, that means you're saying it's the sole responsibility of
I'm not saying it's
citizens
the
and
sole
not the
responsibility.
government.
No.
So what are you
Listen,
supporting?
I'm not saying it's the sole responsibility. No, the government has their role to play. The citizens also have their role to play. So together, working with the government, we cannot go against the government because we disagree with their policy. We have to work together with the government to unite our nation.
But in,
That is
in
my
a
point.
case where the government, because I also want to pick on what he said, in a case where the government is causing such disunity. For example, the sentence and I'm sure you know what he was referring to.
I don't know, please.
Okay, the government referred to a particular set of people. Of course, he reminded them of the past.
Yeah.
And the past he reminded them of was really very horrific. So he bringing that up to say certain things caused quite a stir. Now, if you look at that, and if you also look at let's use Nigeria in context. If you look at the structure, right, and that's what the leaders of today, at least the main man, is being accused of, that he tends towards a particular group. Because if you look at the structure of the government, I think they say
That
they
is-
have
that is
about
my first point.
18 positions or whatever, and about 15 of them are
Fulanis.
field.
Fulanis.
Yes, so
Ethnic
I'm saying-
disparity.
So
That's what I
in
said.
such a situation, I think in such a
Who's
situation, we now
responsible
say,
for that?
are we saying that it is the government? In that context, you can say that it's the government that is actually causing such an
But
issue.
can you think about this? What if the person in power is not a biased, right? Is thinking of national unity in spite of where you're from. how do you think he will govern?
Let
He
me
wouldn't
say
think,
this.
he
If
wouldn't,
you say,
can I
sorry,
say
I
something?
need to answer that.
no,
If you
I'm
say
not
the
done.
president or whoever is in charge of a particular nation is not biased, you can tell by the policies that he makes.
I've not land. Let me land.
Especially,
This your
especially
landing
in
has
an
been taking
appointment.
so long. So please let him land. You need to land this
if
landing.
the president is not biased,
Okay.
he will not make policies that will divide the nation. He will not choose this these people from this side of the country to do this thing, or put people in power because they are his kingsmen. So so if he thinks of national unity, carrying everybody along, we won't be talking about this. But because the ethnic disparity thing I'm talking about, that's the way he sees it. So that's why there's a problem. So the problem is not government. Even if he wasn't in the government, if he thinks that, okay, we have to work together, we have to unite and work together, no matter where you're from, we won't have this issue. But you see, the problem is that religious, ethnic, and illiteracy also.
Yes,
illiteracy
absolutely.
is also it's
Just
a problem.
picking up from what Simeon is saying, I'm going to use that to also buttress my point of what I'm saying. It rests like in the hands of the citizens, because you mentioned the ethnicity, the religious, something. You mentioned employment. I will say something. People are quick to point fingers, especially the citizens. They point at these leaders and say, oh, the leaders, the leaders, the leaders. And sometimes I ask myself, who are these leaders? Because they talk as if they are from outer space or whatever. There are people from among us. Yeah. They have family members. I don't know if you get, they were, to a large extent, raised within the country. But let's even leave them and bring it down to the everyday person. We find the same things that are being reflected at the top, at the bottom.
Yes.
And the truth about it is, if we don't deal with the issue from the grassroots, there is no way the top is going to survive. It's like building a house. You start from the foundation. And if that foundation is not properly built, then that's why I would say it's the responsibility of the citizens. Because, for example, you want to get a job, and I think we've even discussed it one time.
A landlord will not give you
a house.
a house for
On
rent.
the show, I gave an example.
Because you're not from his place.
I was asked, are you from so and so tribe? And I said, oh, no, I'm not. I said, okay, that's fine, because he didn't want. Another place I'd gone to, I'd also asked a similar question for a particular, and he told me, no, he doesn't want somebody from my whatever. So we see that. Now, the government has no role in that. It was a citizen that made that happen. So imagine someone that has a house is refusing another person. Do you think that in a time of crisis, he would gladly take arms?
What if these were things that were enabled by the government of the day?
They were enabled by the people.
By the people, not the
They were not
government.
enabled by the
Don't forget
government.
that we're talking about policies. We're talking about experiences.
Okay, what
here,
policy do we
right?
have in a country today that says,
take for example,
don't be united?
in a state like Lagos State, here in Nigeria, is practically dominated by Yoruba people, right? And there's been this, the war against the South and the East and people. So you don't expect, when there is a divide in the political system, you have a house as someone from this other tribe, you're going to open your arms wide enough for somebody else in the midst of a political divide. In the midst
Can I ask you a question?
What are you going to do
Can I ask you? Let me ask you a question, please.
Go ahead.
You own a house. You put it out for rent. Where are you from, please?
I'm from Lagos, for example.
You're from you're from Lagos, right?
Yeah.
And so a Fulani man, well educated, who can afford to rent your apartment, comes to you to rent. Would you grant him?
Of course, I'm going to have to do the necessary checks. And
You've done your necessary check.
I'm not just going to open my house.
No, okay,
No.
let me finish. Let me finish. You've done your necessary check, and he's fine.
And he's fine. It's still left to my discretion to say.
Answer.
No, I'm just telling you. I would have to now think about it.
On what grounds would you grant him or not grant him lease to your house?
I'm going to grant him on his. After all, I don't know him before. I don't have his.
See, that's
his
the
profile.
problem.
No, but I'm telling you the truth.
So that's essentially what we're saying too.
It's not a challenge.
Because you see,
you don't just open your doors.
No, that's what he's trying to say.
Anybody.
That I think he's also trying to give the example. There are some people that are not going to accept that Fulani man because of the brand that has been created.
Yes,
when they say the
because of
Fulanis,
where he's from.
Kill. The same way somebody will say, oh, an Igbo person likes money too much. You know, the way they give this different tax to different religions. And currently, at where we are at right now in the country, this particular sect, the Fulanis, have been given a particular name
they are
to say, okay,
terrorists.
this is how
They're
they behave.
bandits.
So everybody from, that's why we're saying that it still boils down to the citizen.
the
You were saying something
citizens.
about in a time of a political divide. But what if, for example, you are from a particular ethnic group, you are married to another person from another ethnic group. In time of war, are you going to say, my husband, you know we are not...
Yes. Are you going to
go
say
your
Okay,
your...
but
way?
hold that thought. We are
Is that-
gonna
is that
open-
what- is that what you were saying?
We're going to open the phone lines right about now so you can join the conversation. Let us know, when it comes to national unity, whose responsibility is it? Is it really the work of the citizens to ensure that there's national unity in the country, or the work of the leaders who are actually at the helms of affairs? They put them there for something. They are leaders for a reason. Fine, the people have done their parts to say, okay, we have put those people in power, and it's your responsibility. After all, we say, what do we say in our coat of arms? Is unity, faith, and strength, I believe. They're about. So these people have sworn, because they were sworn into office.
Yes.
They swore to uphold the unity,
Yes.
I mean to say, of the nation. So, unity, peace, and progress.
Yes.
So if you have sworn to keep the unity and the peace and progress of your nation, why then would it be the responsibility of the citizens who have taken down their time to exercise
They
their
carried,
rights
they
and
carried,
kept you
they,
there
they
for
carried,
you to carry out your
can I ask that
assignment
que- they
while you
carried the
were in the
mindset,
office in the
they,
first
they had,
place?
they had a mindset
From
as,
being
as,
as
cit- as
citizens.
being citizen and
Exactly.
carried it into office.
Exactly. Because
So
they,
it
It's
started-
not the mindset they took into office.
That's
it
the
was.
same, it's the
It's
same
not
mindset.
the same mindset, because in the office
The Bible
mindset,
says, train up a
they
child in the
said-
way he should
no,
go.
Don't
It
say
won't
that.
depart.
Let me
So
tell you
that's the
that. Do you
truth.
know why?
Don't
Do you
say
know why I
that.
would
That's the
agree
In
to
the
that?
office mindset, before anybody goes to vie for a political position, they have a political agenda. There's a propaganda.
Yes.
Right? They say in 4 years, this